Come on and beat the Mets. Beat the Mets. Step right up and beat the Mets. Bring your TVs, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really unstoppable. That goes home runs over the wall. The east side, west side, everybody comes down to meet the MUTS Mets of New York. Of New York. Hey, welcome everybody. CP Cards and Dice. I decided I want to stream a game today. I fell behind a little bit in my replay of the season, the 2019 season. I've been kind of using the History Maker Baseball in-season sets to kind of replay every game, every Mets game. So I've had fun doing that. Sometimes I've fallen behind a couple of games, so I had to catch up. I didn't want to spend time streaming every single game, but I decided, okay, I haven't streamed in a few days, and this is the yesterday's game between the Braves and the Mets. Keuchel against Stroman, and Mets win this game. Stroman does a heck of a job, and the Mets win it. Alonso hits his 52nd, tying Aaron Judge's rookie record. So both New York rookies are at the top of home run hitting record breakers. They're tied at this point. And I'm still playing History Maker Baseball using the in-season set. I was talking to Joe at Payoff Pitch Sideline Strategies. He was telling me how he expects the Payoff Pitch 2019 season to be ready in November, mid-November at some point. So we're going to get started here now. I'm going to do a couple innings where I will do a tutorial style inning replay stream. And then I'll go back to moving a little bit quicker. Now, I've played a bunch of games, so I am moving a little bit quicker on this. And so we're going to get started. It's going to be, and I'll go over the lineups for the Braves. We're using actual lineups. Some cards I write in, some cards I print out. Swanson, Dansby Swanson, the shortstop, he's the hot hitter, and he's leading off. How I select the hot hitter is by looking at the previous day's box score, and if the guy had 3 hits or 2 hits, you know, the guy who probably hit the best is the guy who's going to be my hot hitter, and the guy who went 0-4 is going to be my cold, and that's Joyce. But let's start again. Swanson is leading off at short. At second base is Albies batting second. Third base is the Freddie Freeman. Again, a crazy season for Freddie. Very impressive. The cleanup hitter is Josh Donaldson, third baseman. In left field is Nick Markakis. He's back from a prolonged stint on the IL. Back in the lineup. And it's Joyce. I can't remember his first name. Matt Joyce. And he's in right field. Tyler Flowers batting 7th. As catcher batting 8th is Billy Hamilton, the center fielder. Picked up off waivers. He's a Mendoza line type player. And then it's the pitcher, Keuchel. And we're going to get started. We got the book here. Most of the results come off these 2 pages. They are pages 4 and 5 of a very cool looking History Maker Baseball booklet. All right, very nice, spiraled. It's nice, thick card. It's gloss, semi-glossy, so it's very nice to handle, and it keeps the I guess the soil off of it. It's a really nice book. The font is large enough to read easily. It's got minimal distractions in terms of information that changes results. There's some of that going on, but it's a minimal and little section here. All these are the results of the die roll, pretty much, and most of what happens off this book. So that's the book that we're going to be looking at. I'm going to fold it over to the 1 and 2 results. Now, when you roll a die in History Maker Baseball, you throw dice, and it's always the smallest first. So it would be 5, 6, 6. That's the decided die. That'll tell you later, depending. You may or may not need it. You roll dice again. This is going to be ready 4, 5, 5. Always go with the lower number first. This one is going to be a 2, 3, 5, and so forth. That's how you read the dice. And so, and we're ready to roll. It's Marcus Stroman. He's a star flash control pitcher. Now, this game uses qualities versus numbers. I'm not looking up 36 or, second column or any of that. I'm looking at their qualities and their qualities. The die roll translates into their qualities. We start off with the pitcher, which is a great way to basically design a game, because the pitcher really has the ball in his hand. And it's up if the pitcher's going to have a great night, or if the pitcher's a great pitcher, man, he's going to give the batter a tough time. And ultimately, the fielder, once the batter reacts and hits the ball, then the fielder's going to react, and he may he will have an effect of some kind. Okay. So anyway, here goes. It's Dansby Swanson. He's a semi-hero slugger and semi-whiffer. It's going to be 3, 4, 5. So that goes on this side. 3, 4, 5. Ask me if it's an iron catcher. The Mets catcher is Nito. I do not believe he is an iron catcher. Let me just double check real quick here. No, he is not. All right. So that the answer to that question, 3, 4, 5, is no. Then you go to the batter part of it and ask me, is the batter good eye? He is not. He's a semi-hero slugger and a semi-whiffer. Then you go, it says strikeout. So Swanson goes down swinging. There's one out, and it's going to take us to the blue. A blue result means we go to the right now chart. It's on the next page. And the next batter, Ozzie Albies, will be rolling on the right now chart. Now, the pitcher right now is hot. So if it asks me, is the pitcher hot? He is, because if you strike out your last batter, you're going to be hot. And that's a 1-3 cold pitcher. No, he's actually hot because he struck out the last batter. And it's a fly ball to shallow center. Right there is Lagares, puts it away, 2 away. 2 outs now in the top of the first. And next up is Freddie Freeman. Now, Freddie Freeman is a hero, a slugger, a semi-home run king, semi-patient, and semi-whiffer. He's an icon with experience. And he is a quality star player. He bats lefty. Stroman looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. 3, 4, 5. I think we just roll that. 3, 4, 5. Iron catcher, no. Good eye. He is not a good eye. It's a strikeout. And that again takes us to blue. But that's 3 up and 3 down. And we go to the Mets. Bottom of the order for the Mets here at Citi Field. Beautiful downtown Flushing, Queens. Dallas Keuchel pitching for the Braves. And it's going to be Brandon Nimmo on the right now chart. Two, 4, and hot batter, no. Otherwise, it's a fly out to left. So swings, lifts one to left field right there. is Markakis, puts it away. Now it's Pete Alonso, rookie prospect extraordinaire for the Mets, who's hit 52 home runs. He hit his 52nd last night. 145. We look for 145. It says struggler. Is Keuchel a struggler? No, he's a workman, semi-workman. There's nothing under the batter. It's going to be a ground ball. If he's a righty, he hits it to third, and he does. Right there's Donaldson. Fires to first. Gets Alonso 2 away. And it's J.D. Davis batting third. He's in left field today. 1-1-12. Flash. Is Keuchel flash? He is. That's a strikeout unless he's a good eye. He is not. So strike 3 on Davis. 3 up, 3 down. And we go back to the top of the second inning. No score. History maker baseball. Marcus Stroman. Long Island native. Pitching to Josh Donaldson. 256. Struggler. No, he's not a struggler. Champion or patient. He's semi-patient. Decide or die. If that were a bullet, that would mean he is patient, so he is not. It's going to be infield drama. Now, that's the page before. You roll 2 dice, and it's 4-6. Infield drama. Shortstop gold. No, the shortstop is Rosario. He's semi-iron. He is not gold. And ground ball to Rosario, and he boots it. E6. Donaldson reaches on an error. So Rosario tries to backhand it. Fails miserably. And that's going to take us to the red. Player experience start for Markakis. Now, Markakis is an icon. And he steps in the box. He's a left-handed batter against Stroman. That's a 1-3 prospect pitcher. Stroman is not a prospect pitcher. So it's a ground ball third base. And that grounder is to Frazier. Over to second, back to first. Round the horn. 5-4-3, double play. Get Markakis by half a step. That's 2 outs here in the top of the second. And it's Matt Joyce. Matt Joyce is the cold batter of the day. 5-6-6. 5-6-6. Wild. He is not wild. Good eye. Joyce is not a good eye. It's a strikeout. That's a third strikeout for Stroman. And there's one error on the Mets. I'll put that there so I don't forget. At the end, it's easier for me to remember. So that's 5-6-6, and that's going to take us to right now. And that's something you got to remember. I turn the page and I say it, and I think blue. So right now, Todd Frazier is going to be on the right now chart. So he's going to roll, instead of 3 dice, he's going to roll 2 and decide to die. That's a 1-5. Is the batter cold? He is not cold because he hasn't even batted yet. So this is the right now is a little bit different than the designated hot cold batter, but I'm not going to explain that right now because don't need to do that. A 1-5. Otherwise, it's a ball that gets through short for a single, gets right by Swanson. And since Frazier is not cold, he manages to muscle the ball into the outfield under Swanson's glove, and Frazier's on it with a single. Now, this is Frazier's last year as a Met. I highly doubt he will be re-signed. And it's Rosario, Ahmed Rosario. I mean, the Mets have young players who can play third base. J.D. Davis, McNeil, who's out on the injured list, broke his wrist, bone in his wrist, the ulnar, I believe. And it's going to be 6-6-6. Holy smokes for Rosario. 6-6-6 asks me if Keuchel is ace. He's not an ace. Sad sack. He is not a sad sack. Deep drive glove. And then it has a horseshoe, which says basically that means that there could be gold outfield has a chance to make the catch. Now, do we have anybody who's gold in the outfield for Hamilton? Is not gold. He's Markakis is not gold, and Joyce is not gold. So nobody's going to be making that catch. We're going to roll one die on the glove chart, and it reads, gone. It's out of here. Deep drive for Rosario. Back goes the left fielder, Markakis, to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. 2-run shot by Ahmed Rosario, and it puts the Mets up by a score of 2-0 in the bottom of the second inning. And Dallas Keuchel wishes he had that pitch back. Joe Panik. Now, Joe Panik was picked up on waivers from the Giants. 2-3-5, and Cano had gone down at that time, so the Mets decided let's grab Panik. 2-3-5, and he played. He started for about 3 weeks to a month for the Mets. 2-3-5, Wild. He's not Wild. Is the batter eager? Well, he's not eager. It's a ground ball second base unless he's patient, and he's not. So it's a grounder to the second baseman. Albies throws out Panik. 1 away. 2-3-4. Runners on base, no. Hot batter. No. Juan Lagares is not a hot batter. It's popped up. Left side. Donaldson into foul territory, makes the catch. And it's Tomas Nido, backup catcher for the Mets. 2-4-6. Is Keuchel control? He's semi-controlled. There's no decider die to say yes, he is. So we go to the next one. Eager or Satsack. Nido is eager, and that's going to be popped up. Again, Donaldson. He's under it, makes the catch. And that's all she wrote. The Mets pick up 2 runs on 2 hits. The home run by the 2-run homer by Ahmed Rosario. And we go to the top of the third. All right, Stroman against Tyler Flowers. 125. Struggler. Stroman's not a struggler. Patient. He is not patient. It's going to be a ground ball to third unless he's a whiffer, and he is. Strike 3. That's the 4th strikeout for Stroman. Next is Hamilton. 126. Ask me if he's fresh. Well, he's fresh until the 4th inning, and we're in the 3rd. So that's lined and caught by the second baseman, Panik. So Hamilton lines out to Panik, hit the ball right on the screws, but right at the second baseman. 2 outs now in the top of the 3rd, and it's the pitcher Keuchel, 134. Gold catcher, no. Champion, I highly doubt it. Yeah, he's not a champion. It's going to be outfield drama. Outfield drama. Now, this is a potential outfield error. Let's see what happens. 5-6, left fielder, iron. And I know that Davis is iron. So since he's iron, it's going to be it's a ball that he kind of misreads, and it drops in front of him for a single. So it's a 2-out single for the pitcher, Keuchel. And this takes us to team chemistry. And it's Dansby Swanson on team chemistry. And I'll explain that in a second. 1-6, batting team dissonance. Well, the Mets are semi-dissonant. The batting team. So the batting team is the Braves. They're semi-harmonious because they're pumped because they're going to the playoffs. So they're not dissonant. It's a walk. So Swanson waits out Stroman and manages a walk. Now, the way I figure out, I do this a lot of ways. I'm the commissioner of my own league, so I do what I want. I sometimes base it on the day before, what's going on. I mean, since I'm replaying games that are going on, well, the Braves I know they're pumped, so they're semi-harmonious. And the Mets, well, they're kind of down because they lost. They actually lost the game before, the Wheeler game. Not the one I replayed, but in actuality. So they're semi-dissonant because of that. And that's what we're doing. So Ozzy Albies is now, and the game itself, the book will tell you when to go to chemistry, and that's when these semi-harmonious or semi-dissonant play a role. And the semi just means that you need a decided die to show up to say he is the quality. If it's not a decided die, then he isn't the quality. That's all semi means. I mean, the game is ingenious on so many levels. So it's Ozzy Albies with 2 outs, runners on first and second. Let's move Keuchel to second base. Top of the third, here's the pitch, and it's 2-5-6. 256 asks me if he's a struggler. Stroman's not a struggler yet. If he allowed 3 consecutive base runs, he'd be semi-struggler. Champion or patient? Albies is not champion patient. It's going to be infield drama. Infield drama, rolling 2 dice, and it's a 3-5. Third baseman iron, he is not. Otherwise, it's a routine grounded to Frazier. Frazier goes to second for the force, and that retires the side. That was 1 hit, no runs, and 1 hit for the bottom half of the third. Keuchel is on the mound for the Braves facing Stroman. Stroman, not much of a hitter, played his career in the American League. 2-4-5. He's not a hero. It's popped up. Right side, second baseman. Albies under it. And that takes us to the right now chart. I'm sorry, the player experience chart in red. Nimmo. Nimmo is a no quality. 3-3. Player experience 3-3. Prospect batter. No. So it's fence. So he batter connects and drives a ball deep to right field, and he's got no quality that applies to the fence microchart. So what we're going to do, we're going to just roll 1 die. A 6 is a home run, and a 4 and a 5 are triples, and it's a 1. That's going to be a double. That's laced into the gap for a 1-out double for Brandon Nimmo, who's out most of the season with a neck injury. Pete Alonso now the batter. Here's the pitch from Dallas Keuchel. 3-4-6. 3-4-6 asks me if he's eager. He is not. It's going to be ball 4. So Dallas Keuchel approaches Alonso very cautiously and ends up walking him. Now it's J.D. Davis. And it's a 3-5-6. Are they the same? This is where the platoon, righty-lefty, is resolved. Keuchel's a lefty, and J.D. Davis is a righty, so J.D. Davis does not strike out. It asks me if J.D.'s a utility or sad sack. He is not, so that's line, base hit down the left field line, cut off quickly by Markakis, but that's going to score Nimmo, and going to third is Alonso. First and third now, with only 1 out. RBI single by J.D. Davis. The Mets are up by a score of 3-0 in the bottom half of the third inning. Todd Frazier, who's 1 for 1 and a run scored, is at the plate. Here's the pitch from Keuchel, and that's a 1-2-4. 1-2-4 says control. Keuchel is semi-control, but decided die says he is. So that's a hard hit ground ball right at the shortstop Swanson over to Albies, back to Freeman. 6-4-3, double play. And the Braves get out of the inning and only allow 1 run in what could have been much, much worse. Big double play. And that was 2 hits there. I write that in. Makes it easier at the end. I can count them up quicker. And plus, it helps me keep track of how the pitcher's doing if I see myself writing it. So Stroman and Freddie Freeman Stroman's going to face Freddie Freeman. He struck out Freeman in his last in the first inning. Here's the pitch from Stroman, and it's 2-4-5. And ask me if Freeman is a hero, and he is, and that's line and falls in front of the center fielder Lagares for a single. So Freeman is on with a hit. And next is Josh Donaldson. That's a 2-3-4. Runner on base, play drama. Show you how that works. We go to play drama now. This is something that may happen to the pitcher or the catcher. 2-4, wild pitcher. Stroman is not wild, so that's a no. Otherwise, it's a high and outside. And we go to the umpire chart because it's orange. We're going to go to the umpire chart. Now, this is very unique about this game where you have an umpire chart. Although it's an orange color, it tells you that just represents the umpire chart, and the umpire chart is blue because that's what they call them, blue. Donaldson, runners on first. There's a runner on first. We're going to roll for the umpire chart. See what happens. 3-4. Questionable umpire at second. Well, our second base umpire is Sherwater, and he's questionable. So 3-4. Questionable umpire at second, calls runner out at second base despite second base foot off bag. So runner is out, and we'll make it 6-4. So Donaldson grounds out to Rosario, who flips to Panic, and Panic and there's not going to be a challenge on this. And we could challenge it. Let's challenge it, okay? Let's challenge it now because the reading says, what is it, 3-4. Question calls runner out at second base despite second baseman foot off the bag. So we're going to challenge this, and we're going to look closely at it, and let's see what happens here. Decide or die. If we get a bullet, that means they're going to overturn, they're going to reverse the out call at second base. And we do not, so the call stands. There just was not enough for the call to be overturned. Up, Markakis is up. Again, when you're the commissioner of your own league, you kind of can do that. And it's a 144, Markakis. Now Markakis grabbed it into a double play. There's a one out, run around first, 144 flash. He is flash, but this is with the goggles. 144 says questionable or lenient umpire at home plate. He is not, so it's strike three. 2 out. And that's strikeout number 5 for Stroman, who's not really known as a strikeout pitcher. Matt Joyce, 135. Now that's that's a special result that's going to take us to the unusual plays. It's a red 1 and a black 5. And that's right here on page 13. I'm going to roll 2 dice and see what happens. That's an unusual result. 2-4. Lead base runner collides with fielder trying to make a putout. Gold glove hangs on for the out. And with fielder trying to make the putout. Okay, so whether it's, I would roll to see who it is, but I don't have that problem because I don't have any gold infielders. So basically, it's going to be an I'm going to give it to the second baseman. We'll do this. Second baseman gets it otherwise it's a shortstop. There you go. All right. So if that would have been a bullet, it would have been the second baseman. So it's going to be the shortstop, and it's going to be an E6. Basically, it was an out, but the ball was dropped by Rosario. On the collision, and it's Flowers, a tough error, but I'm going to give Rosario an error. That's the second error of the game. And Tyler Flowers now with runners on first and second. With 2 outs. So see what happens here. Tyler Flowers, he's a semi-home run king. Steps in, the pitch from Stroman, 356. 356 asks me, Stroman's a righty. Are they the same? And they are. Both Flowers is a righty and Stroman is a righty, so that's strike 3. And that's one hit there, but no runs. So at the end of 3.5, it's 3-0 Mets. So that's how the game does its splits. That's how they do the splits there. There's a number that you roll, and if they're the same, well, the pitcher gets the advantage. If they're not, the batter gets the advantage. And that's plenty for me. I don't have to play every single at bat with lefty-righty splits. It's just not necessary. I'm having a great time just the way I'm doing it. Ahmed Rosario, who homered, hit a 2-run homer in the second inning. He's at the plate right now, so see what happens. Dallas Keuchel on the mound. It's a 2-2-3. 2-2-3. Ask me if Keuchel is wild. He is not. Is the batter slugger or utility? He's semi-slugger. The decider die, which is hidden back here, says he is not. So then we go to a line drive base hit to left for Rosario. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Now, Rosario's turned into quite a hitter for the Mets this year, batting near 290. Oh, 666s for Joe Panic. 666s. Is Keuchel an ace? Nope. Sad sack for Panic? Nope. That's a deep drive glove. Again, they have no gold outfielders. So we're looking at the column 1. And that's a 5. That ball is gone. That's a deep drive to right field by Panic. Back goes Joyce to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. 2-run home run by Joe Panic. And the Mets lead it by a score of 5-0. Juan Lagares now. 145. Is he a struggler? No, he's not a struggler. Yeah, 145. That's a ground ball. Hit right at third baseman. Donaldson fires to first. 1 away. Next is Thomas Nito. 366. Pinch hitter, no. Fly ball lifted to shallow center. And Hamilton comes in, makes the catch. Stroman now. 2 outs. And it's 2-4-5. Pitcher is a hero? No, he's not a hero. It's popped up. Right side, second baseman is there. That retires the side, but not before the Mets pick up 2 more runs on 2 hits. They lead it by a score of 5-0. Marcus Stroman pitching to Billy Hamilton. That's be a 2-5-5. Star. He is a star. That's a strikeout. Hamilton whiffs. That's number 6-7. And Keuchel should be back. Well, he's having a horrible day, so we're going to pinch hit for him. I hate pulling guys so early, but we're going to have to pinch hit for him, and I'm going to have to look at the actual box score to know who's on the roster and who played and all that. Let's do that. Let's see who the Braves used as pinch hitters. Echevarria, guy named Ortega, and Cervelli. We have to create cards for those guys. Or I have to look into the Pirates for Cervelli, actually. I can do that right now. So Cervelli should be with the Pirates. He played most of the season with the Pirates and the last few seasons. He started off with the Yankees. He's a very, very entertaining player. He's very, how can I say it? It's very colorful. He's a very colorful guy. You can know that. You watch him behind the plate, and he's very colorful. So there's Francisco Cervelli. So we have him. And Echevarria is also here somewhere. Let's see. So if I pull Keuchel right now, I'm stuck with. We can do Ortega. That's easy to create a card. I can even show you guys how to create a card. It just takes seconds. You got to get the $6 little additional booklet on how to make players, make your own players, but it takes seconds. I have some extra blank cards here, and I just write in the name. Sometimes I actually print them out. You can do that. There's a basically. You can also do that. They have a little program that will do that for you, and they come out nice. This one didn't come out so well, but that's my fault. So I had to write in the last numbers. But this one, you can see these other ones came out good. There you go. Those are the ones you create. I can write them in if I'm stuck in, if I want to move on with the games and I don't want to take time to print it out and all that. I'll just look it up quickly. All right. So let's then do Echevarria here, pinch hitter. And it's the what? Top of the 5th. A little early, but heck, we're down 5-0. We got to get something going. There we go. Here's the pitch from Stroman to Echevarria, former Met. And the Mets released him one day before he was supposed to pick up $1 million bonus. So he's not a happy camper. 256. Stroman's a struggler. No, not a struggler. Champion or patient? He is neither. Infield drama. Roll 2 dice, and that's 2-4. Infield drama says second baseman gold. No, otherwise bobble ball. E4 on panic. Echevarria is on with an error. That's the third Mets error of the game. And Dansby Swanson. 1 out, runner on first. 5-0 Mets, top of the 5th. 3-4-5. 3-4-5, iron catcher. No, good eye. Swanson is not a good eye. It's going to be a strikeout. Number 8 for Stroman. And that's going to take us to 3-4-5 to the blue, to the right now chart for Albies. Stroman is hot. Albies is not. And here's the roll. 4-4 right now says batter steps out of the box, timeout, then takes ball 4. 2 outs, first and second now. And it's Freddie Freeman. Now, this is a guy that you have to watch out for. And that's a 3-3-5. 3-3-5, wild, no. I know that Stroman is not wild. Sad sack. I know that Freeman is not sad sack, so it's going to be line, base hit to left. And this is going to score Echevarria, who pinch hit for Keuchel, comes around to score. Going to third is Albies. And it's an RBI single by Freeman. And coming up is Josh Donaldson. Stroman looks in for the sign. And there goes Freeman, caught everybody off guard. No throw. And Freeman steals second base. So it's second and third now. It's 0-1 on Donaldson. And it's 146. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. It's 5-1 Mets. 146, flash. And Stroman is flash. Is he a good eye? He is not. That's a strikeout. Strike 3. The Braves pick up a run on a hit, a walk, and an error. And after 4.5, it's 5-1 Mets. Now we need a new pitcher. We're going to just use the guys that actually played in this game. I think it's Swarzak. Swarzak's going to be the first relief pitcher. And we're going to use bright, screaming pink. It's going to face Nimmo, Alonso, and Davis. Anthony Swarzak He started. He was a Met last year. Mets let him go. Brandon Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo is 1 for 2. He doubled and flied out. And it's 134. Gold catcher, no. Champion is not a champion. That's outfield drama. Roll 2 dice here. Outfield drama, it's 5-5. Right fielder, iron. Who's the right fielder? He's Joyce. I don't know that he's iron, but we'll check. Let's see. Joyce is not iron. Iron is not good. Just don't find anybody to be iron. So outfield 5-5. Right fielder, iron, no. Otherwise, it's a drive into the gap. That's caught by Joyce. Got a good jump on that ball. F9. But that's going to take us, the 5-5 is going to take us to the chemistry, team chemistry. The color tells you, it says team chemistry. And under chemistry, 2 dice, and the decided die is Alonso. 1-5, pitching team harmony. Semi-harmony, decided die says he is, so the outfielder makes a sliding grab of a looping liner. And he's a righty. That's going to be a left line drive to left. Nice catch by Markakis. 2 out. And next is J.D. Davis. Here's the pitch to J.D. Davis, who is 1 for 2. 3-5-5. Struggler or gilded. He is not champion. He's semi-champion. Decided die says no. And he's semi-whiffer. We're going to have to roll that out again because we already used the decided die. And he is a whiffer, so that's strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for Swarzak. We go to the top of the 6th. It's a 5-1 ball game. Mets are up. Stroman's still on the mound for the Mets. He's going to face Markakis, who's 0 for 2, grounded into a double play and struck out. It's a 4-5-6. Patient. Markakis is not patient. Fly ball, center field. Back goes Lagares. Nice catch on the run. And that takes us to chemistry for Joyce. And that is a 1-5. Pitching team harmony. No, they are not. So it's a bloop single. It drops in. So 1 out single. Joyce is on at first. Next is Tyler Flowers. That's a 4-5-6 to Tyler. 4-5-6, patient. He is not patient. Fly ball, center field. Lagares right there. And that takes us to team chemistry again. 2 out, running around first. Hamilton. And it's a 1-3. 1-3 says pitching team harmony. That's a no. And that's line base hit for Hamilton. Going to third is Joyce. And we're going to go to right now. Pitcher's cold right now. And that's going to create a situation where we need another pinch hitter. Culverson is out. He was hitting the face. Cervelli's available. And Ciardi's I don't think Ciardi's available. Camargo's out. McCann should be available. Acuna is also not playing this weekend. So we don't have that many. We got a guy named Ortega. Cervelli and Ortega. Got to look up Ortega. Let's see. Let's create the Ortega. Let's see what he is. Show you how easy this is to do. So you look up Ortega, you see, look at his stats. Okay, he's batting 195 with a home run and 3 stolen bases in 82 at-bats. That's easy enough to do. Okay, so a 195 batting average is going to make him a semi-sad sack. So his name is what? Rafael Ortega. And he's going to be semi, sad, sack. He's got a home run, so basically he's going to be he only has one home run in almost 100 at bats. So that's 5 home runs or 6 home runs for the whole season. So he's going to be something called a scrapper. He's got 3 stolen bases. That would give him a total of about 18 stolen bases. So if you get 18 stolen bases, let me see. Every 100 at bats, you're going to be semi-stoic. You know what? No, he's going to have 18. He's going to have 3. Let's say 3 every 100 at bats. So a base every 50 at bats. All right, let's do that. No designation. No designation. Let's see how many seasons he has in the league. Let's look at his career. He's a prospect. Experience as a prospect. So he's going to have no designation running. I'm not going to give him anything fielding because he's just pinch hitting. Now let's look at his strikeouts. His strikeouts. We got to go farther down for his strikeouts, I believe. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Career stats. All right, he's not a prospect. Oh, no. He's played with Colorado, LA, Miami. Yeah, so we're gonna get rid of that. Gonna get rid of that real quick here. All right, there we go. All right, got rid of that. We have to look and see. Okay, his base on balls are 8 base on balls in 100. That's one walk every 10 at bats. So no designation. Strikeouts are going to be basically 1 strikeout every 10 at bats. He has 20 strikeouts. So that's basically 1 out of, we're going to call him a whiffer. Because he has one, basically, semi-whiffer. We'll make him a semi-whiffer. There you go. Done. This card's ready to roll. All right. Rafael Ortega. And that is the top of the 6th. Stroman, 2 outs. Runners on 1st and 3rd. Here's the pitch. Whoa, 3-3-3. Utility or sad sack? He's semi-sad sack. Decided that says no. So that's going to be driven into the gap. And if he's a home run king, it is not. So it's driven into the gap for a triple. Stand-up triple. 2-run pinch hit stand-up triple. For pinch hitter Rafael Ortega. Thing I forgot to write whether he's righty or lefty. And that's important because it didn't come into play there. He's a bats lefty. Okay, so he's a bats lefty. There you go. All right, so Ortega with a 2-run triple here in the top of the 6th, and it's Dansby Swanson. Score now is 5-3 Mets. And we're still going to let Marcus Stroman go another batter. And it's 3-5-6. 3-5-6, same. Righty versus righty. That's a strikeout. So Stroman comes back strong and notches his 10th strikeout of the game. The Braves pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. The big hit being the pinch hit triple by pinch hitter Rafael Ortega. And that's all she wrote right now. It's the bottom half of the 6th inning. A new pitcher for the Mark. You know what? We're going to save Melanson. We're going to bring in Shane Green. And that's pretty easy to know what color we're going to pick for green, right? Green is going to be green. Green is going to be facing Frazier, Rosario, and Panic. The Todd father is up. Here's the pitch from Green. 2-4-6. Control. He's semi-controlled. The side that says he is. That's a comebacker to Green. Feels his position. Throws out Frazier. Frazier never even bothered to move out of the box. Rosario. 166. Workman or Gilded, no. Whiffer. He semi-whiffered. The side that says no. That's a ground ball in red to the third baseman. Donaldson over to first. Oh, throws out Rosario by half a step. We go to the experience chart now for Panic. And that's a 3-5 on the experience chart. 3-5, icon batter. He's semi-icon. The side or die says he is not an icon. Otherwise, it's a outfield drama. Got to go to the other chart. Outfield drama. And that's 2-5. Center fielder iron. Hamilton's not iron. Otherwise, it's a running grab. So it's lined, looping liner that run down by Hamilton. F8, that's the third out. It's 3 up, 3 down for Shane Green. And it's Ozzie Albies leading it off. Now we're going to pull Stroman. We're going to pull Stroman. And we're going to bring in Edwin Diaz. He's been demoted. Started off as the Mets closer, last year's closer extraordinaire with 56 saves or 57 saves, something like that. But this year has been a total failure for the Mets. He's been horrible, to say the least. Gonna make him purple. Hoping he goes at least 3 batters. Edwin Diaz against Albies. So Stroman went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 innings. 6.0. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs. And walks, he walked 1, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, gave up no home runs. Edwin Diaz is going to face Ozzie Albies. Here's the pitch to Albies, 4-5-6. And ask me if Albies is patient. He is not. It's a fly out to center. We go to the chemistry chart where we roll only 2 dice. For Freeman, 1, 2, chemistry, batting team dissonance. No, they're not dissonant. So it's Fence. Fence, and he is a home run king because the side die says so. And we will roll here on the Fence under home run king. The only thing that's not a home run is a 1, and we roll a 4. That's a deep drive to right field. Back goes, who's out there? Nimmo looks up. That's out of here. Freddie Freeman makes it a 5-4 ball game. Edwin Diaz back to his old ways. Well, his new ways. Again, the home run ball bites Edwin Diaz. Josh Donaldson. 1-2-4. Control. No, he's out of control. Oh, he's semi-control. Holy smokes. Decided that. It says no. Eager. He is not eager. That's ball 4. So Donaldson walks, and that puts the tying run on base. Mets were up 5-0. And now it's 5-4. 3-6-6 for Markakis. From Markakis. Pinch hitter, no. Fly ball, high fly ball. Lagares comes in, puts it away for out number 2. And it's Matt Joyce. 4-5-5. Flash, yes. He's double flash, strikes him out. Joyce goes down on strikes. And the Braves pick up a run on the home run by Freeman. And it's 5-4 Mets. Now we're going to let Green go another inning. Green was the closer for a while, but I'm not sure what's going on with that. You know what? We're gonna. I know they've been using Melanson against the Mets as a closer. So we're in the. Let's see. Let's finish that up. Hold on a second here. Do one thing at a time. All right, so Diaz out of that inning, giving up the home run and a walk. And he's going to the pitcher spot's going to be due up, so that's basically as far as he's going to go today. Gave up a hit, a run, earned run, a walk, struck out 1. Gave up that home run. And so Lagares is batting. Now the question is, do we let Green go another inning? He's due up next. You know what? I'm going to do that. Even though I shouldn't do that because it's not really fair. So that means I'm going to have to go into the Braves, and I'm going to have to go the game before they played the Mets, see who they played, and see what other pitchers they used. I try to get as close as I can to the guys that they've been using. Okay, they didn't play on Thursday, so I got to go to Wednesday. And this will give me an idea of what other pitchers I can bring in here. Braves won 10-2 in that game. And some other pitchers that they have available for me to bring in. Newcomb was brought in as a reliever. O'Day, Jackson, Blevins. O'Day, Jackson, and Blevins. O'Day, Jackson, and Blevins. All right, let's pull these guys. O'Day, Blevins. Newcomb. Jackson. All right. I don't have O'Day here. I don't know. I have to look and see. And this is how I kind of do it, so I'm kind of modeling it for you. O'Day, I'll look in. Who did he play with this year? I remember him. Oh, he's got. Okay. Let's see. He played with. He only played in 7 games with Atlanta this year, so that's why he's got a 2 ERA. All right, so I don't think I'm going to need him. I'm going to bring in Luke Jackson right now. I'll make Luke Jackson yellow. Now, this is the part you got to kind of really focus on because it's easy to get your head spinning. All right, because you're moving around, you're looking for stuff, you're figuring out who's who. So that was it there. In the bottom of the seventh, Lagares is up. Luke Jackson is going to pitch. Green is out. He won an inning. And that's it for now. All right, let's do it. Here's the pitch to Lagares. 125, struggler. He is not a struggler. Patient. He's not patient. Lagares is not patient, so it's a ground ball unless he's a whiffer. He is a whiffer. Strike three. Lagares strikes out. Jackson. Strikes out Juan Lagares. Thomas Nito. 122. Workman. Jackson's not a workman. Champ or whiffer. He is a semi-whiffer. Decided that says no, not a champ. So that's line and caught by Donaldson at third. Pitcher's up now. So we got a pinch hitter. Pinch hitter for the Mets. There's nobody on. There's 2 outs, so we don't want to use anybody that. You know what? We're going to use Luis Guillorme. And he came to pinch in the bottom of the seventh. Right there, Luis Guillorme is going to face Luke Jackson. Lefty versus righty. Here's the pitch. 134. Gold catcher, no. Champion, he is not. That's outfield drama. Going to roll 2 dice. 6-6. Outfield drama, 6-6. Right fielder, iron. Joyce. We said he was not iron. So it's a fly ball. Joyce is right there. That retires the side. So pinch hitter Luis Guillorme flies out to left. And we go to top of the 8th inning. Mets are going to need a new pitcher now. And the Mets are going to bring in, we got Brock, they got Tyler Bachelor, Justin Wilson, Luis Avilan, Lockett. Okay, they got a lot of pitchers. I'm going to bring in Familia, another player who's been a huge disappointment for the Mets this season. ERA around 6. It's going to go to 3, pitch to at least 3 players. All right, so Familia's in there. He's going to face Flowers. And let's switch places. The away team on top, home team pitcher at the bottom. So 133. 133. Slugger. Is he a slugger? He is not. So that's going to be a fly ball, deep left field. Back goes Davis. Makes the catch at the warning track. So Flowers gives it a ride. Billy Hamilton is next. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. 1-1-2. Flash. Familia is Flash. That's a strikeout. Second time Hamilton strikes out. And now we need a pinch hitter again. And we sit Cervelli. Hopefully this will be the last time. It's 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. So it's top of the 8th. So it's top of the 8th. Francisco Cervelli is going to pinch hit for Jackson. Pitch from Familia. That's a 2-2-3. 2-2-3. Wild. Familia is wild, so that's a base on balls. Unless Cervelli's eager, and he's semi-eager. Decided that says no, you can't see it, but it's a no. If that were a bullet, it would be yes. So, all right. So that's a base on balls, 2-out walk to pinch hitter Francisco Cervelli. And it's Dansby Swanson. That now puts the tying run on at first base. Here's the pitch to Dansby Swanson, 4-5-6. They asked me if Dansby's patient. He is not. It's a fly ball, shallow center. Running in, he's not going to get there. Oh, he makes a shoestring catch. That's an F8. Lagares makes a great play. Initially took a step back and realized that that ball was not hit as well as he had thought. Came in. Didn't look like he was going to catch it, but ultimately he did. Go to the bottom of the 8th now. It's going to be a new pitcher now for the and it's going to be Sean Newcomb. Sean Newcomb. And he's going to be orange. He's going to face Nimmo, lefty versus lefty. Here's the pitch. And it's a 1-1-4. Is he fresh? He sure is. He just came into the ball game. So that's chopped to the shortstop. Swanson fires to first, gets Nimmo hustling down that line. Alonso now. Alonso, Davis, 3 righties or 4 righties are coming up. You know what? We are going to bring Melanson in. So that's it for Newcomb. And Melanson, we're down to our last color. What did we use? We used purple. Did not use purple yet for the Braves. We're going to use purple. See what happens. Mark Melanson's going to come in. He gives the Mets fits. And it's Pete Alonso. We're in the bottom of the 8th, 5-4 Mets. 4-5-5. Flash. He is Flash. That's a strikeout. Pete Alonso strikes out. The polar bear, J.D. Davis. 3-3-5. Wild. He is not wild. Sad sack. Not sad sack. That's line. Base hit to left. Todd Frazier. And there goes Davis, stolen base. Unless he's stoic. Is he stoic? He is semi-stoic. The Saturday says he is, so no stolen base. Made a mistake there. So Davis is at first with 1 out. I'm sorry, with 2 outs. And it's Todd Frazier, the Todd father. Here's the pitch, 3-4-6. 3-4-6, eager. He's semi-eager. The Saturday says he is. That's lifted to center. And right there is Hamilton, makes the catch, and that retires the side. Mets lead 1, score none. And at the end of 8 complete, it's 5-4 Mets. All right. It's going to be Albies. We're going to bring in Lugo here. It's a save situation. So it's going to be Albies facing Seth Lugo. Seth Lugo, this is his 3rd day of work. I've been bringing him in for 1 inning. You know what? Albies is a switch hitter, and then we got a lefty. We're going to bring in Wilson. The Mets also have been bringing in Wilson when Lugo hasn't been available. Let's see if we can track Wilson where he is. Justin Wilson right there. Good. Okay. We're bringing Justin Wilson. And we're going to make him blue. Actually, I haven't used blue for anybody today. Okay, so blue. So Justin Wilson's coming in. Lefty, going to pitch to Albies, a switch hitter. 1-4-5. Struggler, no. Ground ball. Batting righty, that's to 3rd base. The Todd father fires to first. 1 away, 1 down, top of the 9th, 5-4 Mets. Mets are 2 outs away from beating the Braves. Freddie Freeman. Now, Freddie Freeman's got 3 hits. He's 3 for 4. He's stolen a base, driven in 2, and homered. 4-4-5. 4-4-5. Workman, no. Patient. Freeman, patient. He's semi-patient. Side that says no. It's ground ball. First base. Alonso takes it himself. 2 away. Mets are 1 out away from winning this ball game. Josh Donaldson. Oh, triple snake eyes. Ace. He is not an ace. Scrapper. Donaldson's not a scrapper. That's a deep drive to left field. Oh, boy. That's out of here. Game is tied. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Donaldson takes Wilson deep to tie the ball game at 5. Holy smokes. I'm almost walking it off right now. Markakis is next. Let's track Markakis, see where we stuck him. There he is. And he's a lefty, but Donaldson ties this game up in the top of the 9th. Lines a home run into the left field seats off Justin Wilson with 2 outs. And it's Nick Markakis now, steps in the box. Wilson looks for the sign, and it's 136. Is he an ace? No. Whiffer or cold? Markakis is neither. And that's going to be infield drama. I'm going to roll 2 dice here. 2-5, infield drama, 2-5. Second baseman, iron, no. Otherwise, it's a routine grounder. 4-3. Panic to Alonso. And that retires the side, but not before the Braves pick up a big run in the top of the 9th. They tie it at 5 on the 2-out home run by Josh Donaldson. Melanson's going to have to go another inning now. I used a lot of my pitching. I used a lot of my pinch hitters. It's going to be a nightmare now. That's the last thing I wanted to happen. And I got to figure out who I'm going to. We'll see what happens here. Mark Melancon facing Ahmed Rosario. Here's the pitch. 155. Home run king. Too bad. I know he is not. It's a fly ball center field. Hits it on the screws, but right at Hamilton. Panic, who hit a 2-run homer earlier in the game, steps into the box, and it's 2-3-3. Acer Star, he's semi-star. The side of the die says he is. That's ground ball hit to Swanson. Swanson up with it. Throws out. Panic. And it's Ligares. Juan Ligares. That's 136. Ace, no. Whiffer or cold. He's a whiffer. That's strike 3. 3 up, 3 down. Yikes. All right. Who's coming up? Joyce. Matt Joyce. Going to pull a righty and a switch hitter. We're going to bring in Brad Brock. I think I bring in Brock in every game. I'm going to bring in Tyler Bachelor. Tyler Bachelor. It's going to be purple. Oh, we already used purple on both sides. It's going to be yellow. 1, 2, 3. Going at least 3. It's got to. Running out of pitchers. Tyler Flowers. Let's get the pitch from Tyler Bachelor. He's a righty. Struggler workman. Not very good. 146. Flash. He does have flash. That's a strikeout. The strikes out Joyce. I don't know why I have Flowers there. Hold on. Joyce. 146. Yeah. Joyce strikes out. Flowers next. That's a 123. Flash and fresh, both. That's strike 3. And next is Billy Hamilton. 246. Control. No control. Igor sad sack. He's semi-sad sack. The side that says he is. That's popped up. Left side. Frazier there. Out number 3. All right. So Mark Melanson's going to have to get replaced now. It's going to be Nito, Thomas Nito. In the bottom half of the 10th inning, the score is 5-5. Mets were leading at one point by a score of 5-0. The Braves scored a run in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and then in the top of the 9th with 2 outs against Justin Wilson. Josh Donaldson got a hold of one, put it in the left field seats to tie the game. And now I have to figure out what to do because I used up a lot of the players. All right, Thomas Nito is going to lead it off. And then we got the pitcher spot. Haven't used that many pinch hitters with the Mets, though. Mostly I've been using them with the Braves. And Melanson is going to be out of there, so we got to find a new pitcher now. We use Luke Jackson. Holy smokes. Jerry Blevins. All right. Blevins can go an inning here for us. Let's switch that. So Blevins now. We used. We haven't used our. We used orange. We used pink. We used green. We haven't used blue. There you go. Blevins is blue. See what happens now. Thomas Nito leading it off. You know what? We got to bring in some guys who can hit because if we don't, this game may go on forever. Let's start bringing in some pinch hitters for the Mets. They're bringing Michael Conforto. Well, Blevins is a lefty, so let's bring in Ramos, Wilson Ramos. So Ramos for Nito, bottom of the 10th. And he'll come in as the catcher, so we'll get rid of Nito right now. I'm at the bottom of the pile. All right, so here's the pitch from Jerry Blevins. Say 2-2-6. Batter hit by pitch. Oh, so Blevins, big curveball, plunks Ramos. Hit by pitch for Ramos. He's on at first. You know what? We're going to have to pinch hit for Ramos, pinch run for Ramos. And that's going to be, what's his face? Rajah Day. Oh, no, you know what? We got another little kid here. We've been doing the Haggerty. Haggerty's been doing the pinch running. There we go. He's going to pinch run for Ramos. And we're going to bring on our last catcher, who's going to be Rivera. Rene Rivera is going to end up catching. So we're going to have Haggerty pinch run for Ramos in the bottom of the 10th. All right. So now it's the pitcher spot. Bachelor is up. Now, do we have him bunt? Make my life much easier. Or do we bring in a guy like Cano? We still have pitchers for the Mets, so we're going to bring Cano. Cano pinch hit for bottom of the 10th. There you go. Doesn't matter. We know it's there. You know what? Cano for Bachelor. All right, bottom of the 10th, it's Cano. Haggerty's on at first. Let's look for Robbie Cano. Lefty versus lefty. We're fearless here. We're allowing Cano to face this lefty, Jerry Blevins, see what happens. But Cano can hit the curveball. 1-1-2, flash, strike 3. Cano strikes out. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 10th. It's 5-5. Let's have the winning run on at first base. Brandon Nimmo. Pitch from Blevins. 4-4-5. Let's see if we get lucky here. Get a walk-off. 4-4-5. Flash. Oh, no, that's 4-5-5. 4-4-5. Workman. He is not a workman. Patient. Nimmo is semi-patient. No, and that's a ground ball to first base. And that's going to move Haggerty to second. 3 unassisted. And it's Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso's 0 for 3 with a walk. Let me see. Let me take a look at O'Day. Is O'Day? I can't go back one more day to see what other pitchers they have available. Let's see. Now I'm at Tuesday, going back through time. Braves. All right. Swarzak, a guy named Dayton. Let's see. Let's look if I can find a guy named Dayton here. Who else? They got Dayton. Oh, Sabatka and Martin. Dayton, Sabatka. Dayton, Sabatka, and Martin. Sabatka, yeah. Martin, hooray! I don't find this guy Dayton. I don't find Dayton, so at least I have 2 more pitchers here, so I can relax. I gotta let somebody go a couple innings though. All right, got a lot of pitchers. Let's see Dayton, who he is. If he came from another team, because then I can pull him out of that other team. He may have a card that I don't have to create. No, I only had 12 innings. So another guy would have to create. And I may end up creating one of these guys. Hopefully it doesn't go that long. We'll see what happens. Whatever happens, happens. All right. So I totally lost where I was. All right, we're going to get rid of Blevins because this is Alonso's a righty. We're going to bring in Chris Martin to face Alonso. Chris Martin. Holy smokes. All right, I'm down here now. And this time I already used up 6 colors. That's all I had. I have no more colors to use. So Martin is going to come in to face Alonso, and he's going to get this little thingy here. And that says that Chris Martin is in there. So we got 0.2 for Blevins. For Melanson, Melanson went 1.2. Newcomb went 0.1. Jackson went 1.0. Green went 1.0. Swarzak went 1.0. And Keuchel went 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy smokes. All right. So Martin's going to face Pete Alonso. 2 outs. Go ahead run is at second. This is a walk-off opportunity for Pete. See what happens here. History maker baseball. 5, bottom of the 10th at Citi Field. And it's 136. Don't know what the heck if that's going to be ace. Well, he just came in, so he is an ace. And that's strike 3 on Alonso. And the Mets lead 1, score none. And at the end of 10, it is, well, I have a mess here. It is 5-5. All right, so we need a new pitcher for the Mets. New pitcher for the Mets. Chris Martin there. Tyler Bachelor's out. Who else we got? Let's see. Who else we got? Daniel Zamora is a lefty. Who's up? So we're going to need a pinch hitter. That's a whole nother thing. Then we're going to have Swanson. Dansby Swanson is a righty, so we're going to see if we can bring in a righty here. Chris Mazza. Chris Mazza is going to come in. He's going to be green, right-hander. All right. Holy smokes, this is so complicated. All right, we need a pinch hitter. Let's see who else we got on the bench here. Let's go back to this game, this earlier game in the week. Murphy Jr. is another catcher that they have. A guy named Riley. Oh, Duvall is available. Yeah. I have this card. Adam Duvall is going to pinch hit. Duvall, top of the 11th. Adam Duvall against Chris Mazza. And it's 136. Ace. Mazza's definitely not an ace. It's terrible. Whiffer. He's a whiffer. That's strike 3. So Duvall strikes out. Dansby Swanson, batter. 115. Fresh, he is. That's popped up. Left side. Shortstop Rosario there. And this guy, he's done. He's done. I got to put him into the pile there with the Mets. Ortega's out of there. Chevalia's out of there. It's Albies. Cervelli's gone. Where is oh, okay. All right. Okay, so it's Albies. Here's the pitch. 4-5-6. 4-5-6 patient. There's nothing under the pitcher column, so then it asks me if the batter's patient. He is not. It's fly ball center field, and then we go to chemistry. 3 up, 3 down. That is the 11th. Holy smokes. This is a never-ending game. Hey, Mark Phillips, what's up? Hey, Mark. I'm sorry, Philip Reynolds, and then Mark Forsberg. How you doing, guys? Don't know if you're still here. I haven't looked at all. I'm involved in this crazy game, as you can see. So far, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pitchers in an 11-inning game, 5-5. It was tied up with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Josh Donaldson connected into the left field seats to tie the game at 5 against Justin Wilson. All right, so Mazza gets out of that inning. Miracle, hallelujah. All right, now Rene Rivera is going to be our new catcher. Let's put him in his spot. So when it gets there, this guy's done. Cano is done. Haggerty's been used up. All right, so Chris Martin has been pinch hit for. And we're going to bring in Chad Sabatka. Chad Sabatka. I don't have anywhere else to put Chad Sabatka at this point. Martin went 0.1. So what we're going to do, I guess we're going to put him on top right now. So Sabatka, and we're going to do this sort of thing. Just for now, I don't know what else to do. I'll figure it out. Okay, so I don't have any more colors. So Sabatka, this guy struck out one. Blevins struck out 1. Melanson gave up a hit, struck out 2. Newcomb did nothing. I mean, got 1 batter out. Did his job, basically. Jackson struck out 1. Green struck out none, went the inning. Swarzak went an inning, struck out 1. All right. And Sabatka is going to be facing J.D. Davis. So we get a new pitcher now. There. All right. Here's the pitch. 156. Holy smokes. Whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer. Decided that says no. Outfield drama. Let's see. 4-6. Outfield drama 4-6. Left fielder iron. I don't think Markakis is iron. So it's a running catch of a line drive. Nice catch by Markakis. L7. Takes us to chemistry. Chemistry for Frazier. And that's a 1-2. Batting team dissonance. Semi-dissonance, so it's a no. Otherwise, it's a fence. Oh, and Frazier is potentially a home run king if it's the bullet, and it is. So the only roll that will not be a deep drive into the left field seats by Todd, the Todd father Frazier, will be a 1. So we got to roll 1 die, and if it's not a 1, it's a deep drive, and that ball is out of here, and the Mets win it. So Todd Frazier gets a meatball, and let's see if he drives it over the left field fence. Deep drive. He is a home run king. Fence, microchart. Here's the roll. 6. That's a deep drive. And back goes Markakis. To the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Todd Frazier wins the ball game. Hallelujah for the announcer and the scorekeeper. Holy smokes. My brain was exploding at this point. Todd Frazier gets a hold of that slider that hung up there and drove it into the left field seats. And the crowd here at Citi Field is ecstatic, as am I. Ball game over. The Mets win it by a score of 6-5. Todd Frazier, who hadn't had a hit since the second inning, he had hit into a double play back to the pitcher, a pop-up to the center fielder, but he got a hold of this one, and he wins the game for the New York Mets. And it's Chad Sabatka who's going to take the loss. The win is going to go to Chris Mazza, who came in, pitched an inning, struck out one, and holy smokes, Mets win it by a score of 6-5. And we'll do the numbers now. So it's going to be the runs, hits, and errors. And Familia came in, pitched, went .2, walked 1. Actually, no. Familia went a whole inning. I forgot to mark that. So Familia went an inning, and he walked 1, struck out 1-1. Wilson came in, and he's the one who gave up that top of the ninth home run. Went an inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, no walks, no strikeouts, 1 home run to Donaldson. That tied the game at 5 apiece. Bachelor came in, went an inning, struck out 2. Oh. And then Mazza ended up winning it. How many hits? It's 8 hits. 8 hits for the Braves. No errors. 3 errors for the Mets. And how many hits? Let me see how many hits Keuchel gave up. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 hits and 5 runs. But the bullpens were amazing. Base on balls, he gave 1 base on balls. Strikeouts, 1 strikeout. Keuchel did not have a good day. Gave up a home run to Rosario and another one to Panic, so he gave up 2 home runs. So total, the Mets had 7 hits, and then the 8 hits, the game winner, and he went .1. Sabaka went .1. So the Mets had 8 hits. Both teams had 8 hits. The Mets win it by a score of 6-5. So the MVP is going to go to Frazier with that home run. And that's the ball game, guys. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I hope you learn a little bit about the game and have fun watching and listening to it, and maybe even learning how I do stuff and how I keep track and how my brain works in terms of keeping, things going here and playing the rules and understanding everything, keeping the game going. Anyway, that's it. Itinerant hobbyist. Oh, that should be happening. I hope that just started happening just now. All right. So, getting here at the end, maybe if the game. That's my heartbeat. See that? That's how much I love History Maker Baseball. That shouldn't be happening. I don't know. That happened last time. They told me that it was the camera that's trying to focus. So that's all she wrote, guys. This is CP Cards and Dice. All right? And let me get my goodbye music and my closing credits. Let's get that going here. History Maker Baseball. I got 2 more games. I got to go watch the Med game now. It started about half hour ago. So the Mets, I'm going to go watch the Mets. Not sure who's pitching. It was Stroman yesterday. Could be Mats. Syndergaard goes tomorrow. Maybe Mats tonight. So, not sure if it is Mats. Who else could be? Wheeler, Mats. DeGrom already pitched. He's done. Wheeler is done. Syndergaard is tomorrow. So anyway, I think it's Mats. I can check, but I can't check. All right, so I'll look at it. I'll watch it on TV. So all right, guys, take care. This is CP Cards and Dice, History Maker Baseball. The first couple innings, I went really slow to kind of show guys how to play it. After that, I kind of sped up a little bit. And that's it. Todd Frazier, the Todd father, comes through big time in the bottom of the 11th, gets a hold of one, puts it into the left field seats, and the Mets win it by a score of 6-5 and 11. This is CP Cards and Dice saying adios. See you later, alligator.